Good evening, everyone. This is Rajendran here, joining from Market Calls, and welcome everyone to Beginner's Guide to Hedging. So, in today's session, we're going to talk about the basic introduction to hedging concepts, especially if you are an option trader, how you can use hedging techniques, what are the various hedging techniques you can use, and if you are an investor, what are the hedging techniques that you can use. That is what we are going to discuss in today's discussion. So before getting into the session, just give me a quick confirmation about the audio and video quality. Is the audio and video quality is good? You can comment in the Q&A section. There is a Q&A box is there. There you can go and comment your. Okay, great. Thanks Rohit, Mani, Vijay Kumar, Anand, Manish, and everybody. It's a long list. I'm sorry, I'm not able to read everyone's name, but Rajiv Mohan Rao, Murthy, VM Hegde, Praveen, Yogesh, Piyush, Vana, and Ahmed, and Ankur. So without any further delay, let's go and quickly kickstart with the session here. Now, what I am going to discuss is that what is the basics of hedging? How many of you are very new to option markets here? Let me get a fair number here so that I can understand how many people are very, very new to option trading. Or if you are already experienced, comment your experience there. If it is 5 years, just type 5 so that I can understand what kind of crowd I'm addressing for the day. So Bhaskar is new, Anand is 3 months, and Praveen is new, Ankur is experienced, 10 years experience, Ramdas is new, Rajkumar is new, Jayesh, Vana, and Rajiv Mohan Rao between 3 months to 2 years. Jignesh Shah is 5 years. All right, great. So a lot of many people who came up with the new experience and 1 or 2 experience, and some of the other people are from 5 to 12 years of community. Pretty good. So let me tell you, in today's session, it is more focused on the traders who are very new to option concepts and very new to hedging. So why hedging is that generally we go for hedging to reduce the risk. Because of your hedging, it will not increase your profitability. All right. So hedging is not a way to profit, but hedging is a methodology that you can practice to reduce uncertainty in your trading. Because you are hedging, you will not get multi-bagger returns. Because you are hedged, right? You are not going to get super duper returns or jackpot returns. You're not going to get it from hedging. Let me be very clear about that. So here's whatever you're seeing on the slide, right? This is a slide which shows the definition of hedging, which I taken from the Investopedia. So hedging is the process where we reduce or offset the probability of loss. Suddenly you are experiencing a big loss. That kind of bigger loss can be controlled using the hedging. It is highly necessary, especially if you are thinking that you want to run trading like a business. Let me tell you, there is a small subtle difference between speculation and hedging. With hedging also you can do speculation. But if you are keep on speculating the markets, if you are keep on speculating on the markets, you are trying to predict the markets. Obviously, I guess many of the people who are attending today would have done that. Even I had done that. Even my job is to speculate the markets only. But if you are keep on speculating, at some point of time, what will happen? Let's say your skill about the market is very good, your knowledge about the market is very good, and you are very proactive in listening to the data points. You are very good in your discipline. Despite that, there are certain places market can completely move against us. 1 or 2 cases, and certain cases it can aggressively move against us. Now, those are the places hedging plays a major role over here. Maybe many times you would have seen that. You would have carry forwarded the position. Let's say you're carry forwarded a position in futures or in cash market. Next day, there could be a big gap down. Despite all your analysis saying that market has to go up, all of a sudden, what it had done, there was an impulsive gap down happened in the markets. And that went against your position. And that hurts your sentiment. And probably you have a lot of things are running in our mind when you are speculating, right? Am I doing correctly? Am I doing something wrong? Is my analysis right? Am I really doing good? Should I have to improve my knowledge? These are the thoughts will be keep on continuing in your mind when you started experiencing bigger losses. Now, when you're speculating, right? Let me tell you what will happen. Your money will be keep on growing, right? So your money will be keep on growing, but your suddenly you'll be experiencing losses, and again your money will be keep on growing, and suddenly you'll be experiencing losses and you'll be keep on growing. This is what it happens over there. What it gives is that your money will be growing if you are adopting the right strategy, but still there are a lot of disturbances will be keep on coming in, and that will be creating a lot of bigger losses in your portfolio. Even though you are making money, right, still your portfolio will not be growing smoothly and steadily. Without hedging, you will experience these kind of up and down volatility fluctuation in your profit and loss. Everything will be going smooth, but all of a sudden you'll be facing a sudden loss, sudden big loss. However, if you are using hedging, right, as I said, you will not be able to make a bigger profits, or even you will not make a bigger loss also. So your money will be keep on growing, something like this. When there is uncertainty in the markets, you will go down, but not much. But you'll be able to recover it back at some point of time, and you'll be able to recover it back. So what it brings is that it brings smoothness in your result. Even there is a 20% market crash also, you don't need to worry about that. You will be very much focused on your market view, and you don't need to worry about am I keeping the stop loss right, multiple unwanted trades that emotionally you started doing once market started going against you. Those kind of unwanted things will come down, first of all, when you start practicing hedging. All right, so hedging is a methodology. It is like taking an insurance. Imagine we had taken a lot of insurance in our life, right? Life insurance, health insurance. Suddenly we are not feeling well, and then hospitals will be providing us a benefit to claim your whatever the charges incurred. If there is any damage to your vehicle, obviously the car insurance or bike insurance guys will be coming and paying you back. What it removes is that it removes uncertainty from your life. Those insurance products like health insurance or like the life insurance, of course not the life insurance for your life, but nearby surrounding people, likewise vehicle insurance or whatever insurance they are providing, that will avoid a certain amount of uncertainty from your life. The same thing here also, hedging will avoid you experiencing sudden losses. That losses will be avoided, because by hedging what you're doing is that you are transferring your risk from you to the other party who is willing to take the risk. Here, as a hedger, if you want to become a hedger, what you are actually doing, you are trying to transfer your risk. Obviously we are taking a risk, but by hedging our positions, we are transferring that risk to some other party who want to take risk and who want to make money on top of that. So hedging is obviously a cost involved. When you are going to hedge your positions, that means you're going to pay some money for that defense. When I say you are going to hedge, you're having a position, actual position, which is directional in nature, or even it could be non-directional in nature also, it's fine. But still, that position risk would have been totally removed and you are transferring it to somebody else. Now let me move on to the next slide. So who can hedge? This is the first question. Many people, they're not very clear about this particular topic. I'm an investor. Can I hedge it? Of course, yes, you can hedge your asset classes. Especially investors, they bother about economic uncertainty. If that uncertainty, if they want to remove it, right, they can take hedging in either in futures, they can hedge it, or they can hedge it even in options also. There are call options and put options are available there. So using that, one can hedge their positions. So tomorrow, if they are feeling that markets are likely to crash, like in March month, right, market crashed. Straight away it crashed. So many people, many investors, what they had done, they had closed their positions because March 2020, entire economic shutdown happened. And then everyone seen that as an uncertainty. February month we crashed. March month also we crashed. Almost there was a 40 to 45% crash was there in the index itself. Forget about the stocks, that is even more scarier. So, but if you are an investor, you know that it is a temporary phenomena. What you could have done is that you can, by hedging, you can safeguard yourself from that uncertainty, and still you can reduce the volatility in your portfolio. Still, you will be profitable. Maybe that profit is not that bigger, but your loss would have been totally controlled. So, from the investor perspective, hedging tools are available. Then future traders, especially for future traders, right? This is the most important one. Why I'm talking here is that very frequently, many future traders would have been facing this issue. The issue is that you take a long position today and tomorrow there will be a gap down. Or you enter short position and Monday market opens with a gap up. So you carry forward your shorts and Monday opens against you, price open with a big gap up. So these kind of gap up, gap down risk is there. Or all in a sudden, you are going outside and suddenly market started crashing 10%, 15% against you. The future trader has to bear unlimited losses there. So a future trader, obviously they can go and hedge their positions. Not only a future trader, let's say an option seller who is expecting a sideways markets. If position is going against the option seller's expectation, option seller is expecting that market will go sideways and he want to profit from both the sides. Most of the option sellers, they would have been building something like straddle or strangle on both the sides. So they'll expect market to go in a range. If market is not going sideways and instead market taking a directional move, what will happen? Option sellers will lose. Obviously, last couple of months, right, market has been showing a huge volatility, and that is making the option sellers to go crazy because markets are directional and many people who are expecting sideways market, they will be butchered in those kind of scenarios. Even in those scenarios also, option sellers will be benefited by getting an hedge. There are a lot of hedging strategies are available exclusively for option sellers. And not only for option sellers, even for option buyers also, you can reduce your overall position. I mean, you can reduce your overall risk. I'm going to show you some of the examples also, especially for an option buyer, what kind of strategy they can follow. And for option seller, what kind of strategy they can follow so that their positions will get hedged, so that their overall risk will get reduced. All right. So basically, why hedging? You see this kind of sudden crash. This is from an investor perspective, this is something huge. Even from a trading perspective also, it is something huge. But if somebody was an investor, they would have invested in banking stocks or something like that, and they are temporarily facing some sort of an uncertainty for the next 2 months or 3 months. That is a place an investor can go and hedge it. In the past, we had seen various such uncertainties. It could be an Brexit. Even during 2016, there was an uncertainty there. Demonetization and US election results during 2016 November, again a huge uncertainty. Coronavirus crisis this time, one of the biggest uncertainty I had ever seen in my life, more than 2008. 2008 itself an uncertainty when subprime crisis was going on. By the time, it is a total uncertainty in markets. Like market almost crashed by 75%. Index itself crashed 75%. From 6,300 levels, we came down to 2,500 levels during 2008. Everything happened in a less than 1 year period of time. That time, every TV channels are talking pessimistic about that. This time also, when coronavirus crisis happens, when there was in a deep crisis, despite all the deeper crisis, market recovered, and despite nobody was expecting that market will move this much crazy faster, it had taken a complete reverse swing. So what we went through the phase of February and March is the total uncertainty phases. Those uncertain phases, definitely you can go and hedge your positions, and at the same time you can safeguard from unwanted risk over here. So there is a basic difference between hedgers and speculators. Hedgers, their attempt is only to control the risk, and thereby they want to make money on top of that. Hedgers also speculators, they also speculate, they also have a view. But speculators, they don't focus on the risk, they more focus on returns only. Whereas hedgers, what they'll do, they'll focus on returns also, at the same time they focus on risk also. Now on top of that, hedgers focus on controlled returns and controlled risk. Alright, so hedgers does what? Most of the time, most of the hedgers, let it be an investor, let it be a trader, or let it be an option buyer or an option seller, their focus is primarily on controlled returns and controlled risk. A speculator will not bother. If he is losing all his money, again he will refill his money, and then he will come back, and then he will come back and trade. Some speculators are successful, I'm not denying that, okay? But not everybody can be a successful speculator. You can be a successful speculator only if your position is properly hedged, or you are following hedged strategies, so that you can get a proper learning, proper earning also, controlled earning also will be there, proper learning also will be there, and you will become a rational trader. Otherwise, what will happen if you are speculating and you started making money? What will happen? You will start betting more without knowing the risk in the markets. So speculation is good, but speculation with the hedging is what make a person risk averse. However, speculators are like, probably there is a saying in 1992, the scam. How many of you watched that scam thing? What speculators love? Risk, right? What is that famous dialogue in 1992? Have you ever know that? If you know that, you just comment it out there. Risk to isk hai. Most of the speculators are risk lovers. Yes, you take risk, you get rewarded. But at the same time, you take the risk, you take a very big risk, and the market goes against you, definitely you will be punished also equally. However, if you take the risk, at the same time you take a hedge also, it is going to be a controlled risk. So I guess you understand the difference between risk is good, but a controlled risk is what makes you a successful business person from the market perspective. You can think like a businessman, and you can run a long-term business in these markets for a very longer period to come. If you are thinking that I want to make 6 months super duper returns, yes, you have to involve in speculation only. Whether you will make it or not, that is secondary. But if you think stock market as your career, and you want to be there in the market for a longer period, let's say next 10 years or next 20 years, you want to make trading as a career here, then without hedging, chances are very less. I'm not saying like it is not possible, but chances are going to be very, very lesser in the long run. Because at some point of time, market will definitely goes against you. When it is going against you, right, it really matters how much you're going to lose there. It doesn't matter how much you're making money. More than that, what it matters is that when you're in the losing phase, how much you're going to lose, that really matters. Of course, when it comes to equity markets, a lot of instruments are available for hedging. We can hedge any instrument with anything, with a futures or with a call option or a put option. I'm not talking about currencies or other things. There are other stuff like a lot of OTC products, swaps. Many products are available. But when it comes to equity markets, we are having only future contracts. We can use it as a hedge for investments. Or even for your option trades also, you can use future contracts as a hedging. You can also use call option and put option as a hedging tool as well. Hedging doesn't mean like option selling. It is not, hedging is not option selling. Remember that. Why I am saying here is that if you are an option buyer, hedging is your selling position. If you are an option seller, then option buying is your hedge. So for different person, the position of the hedge changes. There are cases you have to hedge it on one side. Certain cases you have to hedge it on both the sides. You are able to follow up with me? If yes, simply type yes, so that I can understand we are in sync. All right, great. Great. All right, so we move on to the next topic. So I want to talk about a little bit of some option hedging strategies that you can also follow. Very simple strategies. Most of the strategies are like hedging. Let me also tell you what is the benefit of those hedging as well. So assume here I'm taking a bullish view in Nifty. So I'm taking a bullish view. I've taken a long future. So whatever you're seeing is an option action tool snapshot. Along with the long future, I'm also taking a long put. You see that I'm taking a long in futures. At the same time, if I am taken long in futures, my hedge is like long put will be my hedge. The reason why long put is a hedge is that if market moves against you, the put will make money. If market moves on the upper side, your long future will make money. So you have to pay a small token money for that long put. So in this case, I had taken like something like 13,600, slightly in the money is what I had taken. But I had taken in the December series. I mean, December weekly option series. Generally, if you know, right, weekly option hedges are very cheaper compared to the monthly option. Of course, you can go and take it out of the money also. If you're taking out of money, right, you'll be able to get a cheaper hedges at 10 rupees, 20 rupees premium. Definitely, you should be able to get it. If you are selecting an 500 strike wide or 300 strike wide, you may not feel the difference at a single trade, but when that uncertainty is going to happen, right, that will recover more than you are supposed to lose. You would have been, your losses would have been controlled heavily. For example, imagine one of the day, right, 1800 point intraday fluctuation we had in the month of March. Those time you would have been saved. Or there are times when during October 2019, there was a sudden corporate tax cut announcement was there, where many sellers, right, they lost their very big money because all of a sudden there was a corporate tax cut announcement. Suddenly there was a 700 point shoot in Nifty. Nifty shot up 700 points intraday, and further Monday again another 400 points. Like 1,700 point movement happened in a matter of just 2 days. Even probably if you're seeing the October, November, December month, right, market has been moving in the same way only. Every day almost, every month almost 1,000 points of Nifty movement was there. Market moved from 10,000 to 11,000, 11,000 to 12,000, 12,000 to 13,000. Just like that, every month 1,000 points is keep on getting adding up. So those are the places option sellers who are expecting a sideways market, they got butchered around those levels. Now I'm not talking about the directional option sellers. Maybe our directional option sellers might be safe. They might be selling only on the put side because most of the option sellers are prone to be bullish guys, which works for them 75% of the time. I mean, even 80% of the time also. But when uncertainty is hitting, it rips them apart, especially the players who are expecting a sideways market all the time. Those who are expecting a sideways market all the time, probably that is not a right approach. They have to change their approach, or the better way is to go and hedge their positions. Okay, here look at this example. This example, what we're talking about here, we're talking about a Bank Nifty future, how we can hedge it. And what is the importance of those hedging? I'm not talking about how you can take a hedge. I want to talk about the importance of the hedging and the leverage behind the hedging. See, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and pull up the simple brokerage calculator. Let me go and bring one of the famous brokerage calculator over here. Okay, there is a small a promo over here before continuing with the session. So we are doing an Option Hydra 2.0 mentorship program on options trading. We are going to use option tools like option action, and we are also going to use market profile along with that. So market profile for speculating the markets, how to speculate the market successfully using market profile, how to understand the markets better, where to understand where the stop loss hunting can happen. Especially for a short-term trading and very short-term trading is what we're going to focus, mostly using market profile tools. So we are splitting the session into two categories. One is the Option Hydra Basic and Option Hydra Advanced. Option Hydra Basic is for the traders who are very, very new to options markets, or who want to know the in and out, how to combine price action with the options. Those kind of strategies and option strategies, option hedging strategies will be covered extensively in Option Hydra Basic. So Option Hydra Basic is almost 24 hours of course content over here. Followed by Option Hydra Basic, we will be starting with Option Hydra Advanced as well. Advanced, it will be mostly running for almost a month of session, 70 hours of live sessions, as well as weekend sessions will be there. Weekend sessions will be mostly theoretical, and live sessions, whatever we practiced using the market profile skills and option trading skills, what kind of trades we can take, how we can take a view, how we can take a controlled view. That is what I'm going to explain in this Option Hydra program. All right, so there is a brochure there. You can go and check out the offerings. So it starts from 13th December 2020 onwards. All right, so let me quickly go back to the session here. So I'm going to go to a brokerage calculator. Let me take Zerodha's margin calculator. I'll go to the Zerodha margin calculator over here. What I'm going to tell you is the benefit of hedging. So these days, right, the hedgers gets a lot of benefit from the exchange in terms of margin. Let's say I am just want to buy a Nifty futures over here. If I want to buy only one lot of Nifty future, let's say I'm going long in Nifty future, I have to pay a total margin for carry forwarding my Nifty future. I have to pay a 1.55 lakh of margin, both span margin and exposure margin put together. I have to pay a total margin of 1.55 lakhs. However, let's say I'm going to add a hedge. I'm going to take a monthly contract and I'm going to take an put option as a hedge. I'll go to option. I select a put option here and I'll select, let's say 13,000 is the put option I want to take. This is for safety purpose. Even I'm having a bullish view, that's why I'm long in futures. But at the same time, I want to take a small put option. So for that, I have to pay the premium also. I want to take a long in put option only. I'm taking it as a hedge. You see that once you've taken that hedge, you know that if market goes beyond 13,000, your puts will make money. So that way, whatever the losses are there in futures will be compensated by the call options, and hence exchange provides a very big margin benefit. So if you've taken the long futures, followed by that, you're also taking a long option, long put option, or you're doing the other way around also. If you're a small trader, what is advisable is that you first take your hedge, which is cheaper, and then you take a long futures. That way, your total margin, you don't need to pay 1.55 lakhs. All you have to pay is like only 68,348 rupees. You have to pay to trade one lot of Nifty along with the hedge. And moreover, you can safely carry forward your position also. Tomorrow, if there is any uncertainty, the maximum money that you will be losing here is like 68,000 only. You will not be losing money in lakhs. But as I said, the hedging involves a cost, and definitely, yes, you have to learn to pay the cost. When you know there is no uncertainty, anytime you can remove your hedges from your instrument. But majority of the cases, it is advisable to carry, whenever you're carry forwarding your position for the next day, it is recommended to take weekly hedges. Or if you are any event is happening like RBI policy announcement or budget announcements or any macro announcements or GDP announcement, you think that is going to be an uncertainty event. So those kind of times also hedging is necessary. Also remember, sometimes hedging will be cheaper, sometimes hedging will be costlier, especially when you are in an uncertain times, when uncertainty is actually going on. Hedging will be costlier because many people, they will come for hedging, especially the big institutional investors. They will come and hedge their positions. So you have to pay a costlier premium when uncertainty is actually going on. When there is no uncertainty, when there is not much of an expectation among the people, the cheapest hedges will going to be very cheap. Hedging will be very, very cheap. Or when the expiry is nearing, again hedging will be cheap. So if you are thinking about next 2 or 3 days of hedging, you want to hedge your position only for next 2 or 3 days, and also at the same time you are looking for a cheaper hedges, yes, you can consider weekly option hedging. Or if you are thinking about hedging for a month or so, you can look for a monthly hedges or something like that, or long duration hedges. You can think about that. So that way, it will be helping you to prevent your hedge. For example, let's see one more important example here. This is a neutral strategy. Imagine that you are an option seller and you are selling on both the sides. 13,500 call option also you are selling, 13,500 put option also you are selling. So obviously both the sides, right? You will be getting an if market is going beyond a certain point, beyond a threshold, either on the upside also or either on the downside also. Imagine if you are selling, right? Imagine you are selling call option and put option on both the sides. You are an option seller and you are selling what? December 17th expiry, and you are selling 13,500 call option also. You are selling it, and you are also selling 13,500 put option also. You are selling it. Probably you are expecting market to trade in a 200 point range, 200 or 300 point range. You are expecting either upper range, you are expecting 13,650, and lower side you are expecting 13,350. So both the sides are 150 points on the upper side and 150 point on the lower side you are expecting, and you are expecting that this options will go to zero because more or less market can go sideways. If you are having this kind of view is working good, and then you are the one who is going to enjoy the premiums. However, suddenly if there is a market moved up by 400 points, or suddenly market crashed by 400 points, which is what currently market is doing it. Market is totally filled with uncertainty. I mean, on the upside also there will be uncertainty. Downside also there is uncertainty for an option seller, especially who is selling on both the sides. So those kind of places, what they can do is that they can take a hedge on both the sides. Something like a strategy called long butterfly. What that will convert is that will convert a risky strategy into a non-risk strategy. If in case if you want to hedge your positions. So obviously, as a option seller, your main position is an option short selling position. You see here, there is a short call is also there, short put is also there. So what we are doing is that we are taking out of the money. I mean, that is slightly far away strike price of both call side and put side. We are taking the out of the money call option and put option. We are buying it. So here for an option seller, buying is the hedging over here. As an option seller, buying will be a hedging position over here. So for an option seller, if he is having a directional view also, he can hedge it on only one side. If he is a non-directional trader who is expecting a sideways market, still they can hedge their positions on both the sides. So a simple short straddle strategy will be getting automatically into a long butterfly. Long butterfly is nothing but a hedged straddle. Likewise, hedged strangle is nothing but an iron counter strategy. So likewise, every hedging strategy, it has its own names. Now this is for an option seller strategy. Let's go for an option buyer strategy. Option buyer strategy, there is one more strategy here called spreads. So there are a lot of spreads are there, diagonal spreads, calendar spreads, vertical spreads. So different ways of hedging is there. So if you're an option buyer, what you have to do? You have to go and short your positions. For example, let me show you a very simple example. Let's say you are buying an call option. You are maybe let's say like you're buying a put option here. Let's think about a reverse scenario. You're buying a put option. So you're an option buyer. So you're going and buying 31st December put option of 13,500. Okay, let me delete everything here. Other instruments I'm deleted. 13,500. You know the current Nifty spot, right? Nifty spot is currently around 13,512 as per the last closing of Nifty. Let me go to NSE India website. Could see that Nifty closed around 13,513.85. So you are thinking that Nifty will fall from here, and you, as an option seller, you are taking a bearish opinion in the markets, and you are going and buying one lot of 13,500 strike price. You are buying it. So if you are buying this particular option, right? This particular option definitely it will have an premium. Let's see what is the premium right now. It is getting traded. So what I'll do, I'll go and type Nifty here. Nifty in derivatives. I'll go to the option chain from here, from the NSE India portal. So one thing is there, this new environment is a bit slow when it comes to loading the option chain. So from here, I'll go and select the expiry as 31st December. right? So here 13,500 put option, which is currently at 195 rupees. So if you want to buy that contract, you have to pay 195 into 75, right? So that means how much? So you have to pay a premium of 195. So 195 into 75. That the total cost is like 16,000. I mean 14,625 is what you have to pay for your actual position. Your position is a bearish position. And now along with this, I also want to hedge it because I'm thinking that as the time erodes, what will happen? Option premium will erode. So time is an enemy for an option seller. I mean, for an option buyer, time is an enemy. For an option seller, time is a friend. So here what I want to do for this position, for this bearish put position, I am going to go and short out of the money put option, a cheaper puts. I'm going to sell it. So what I want to do, I'm going to go and sell 13,000 put option. I'm going to, or maybe 13,200, something like this. I'll go and sell it. So in this case, what will happen here is that my overall risk, earlier it was like my total risk is like my total premium is my risk over here. 195 is the total risk over here. By adding a selling positions, I'm going to add a sell position over here, 13,200, something like this, like 6.6 strike wide out of the money position. If I'm going to add it, what happens here is that my risk will even further get reduced. So that I need to pay a slightly higher margins over here. I also need to pay this margin money for selling options. So this is like kind of a security deposit. You have to pay it to the exchange, like kind of an exposure margin in case of some uncertainty. This money will be used to settle the losses. Like a token money, like an additional margin, like an additional security deposit you are paying to the exchange. So thereby what happens is that your overall risk will get reduced. How much it could reduce? It will get reduced by, so here it is 195 points and 13,200 is 99 points. So 99 points, your risk will be reduced. So tomorrow, if you are trading only with 195 and your view goes wrong, everything goes wrong, you'll lose all your money here. However, with hedge, if you are going wrong, let me tell you what will be your maximum loss. Your maximum losses will be like 195 minus 99. That is 96 rupees into 75 per lot. That is 7,200 rupees is the maximum money that you have to lose over here. But for that, you have to pay the additional hedging fee, the additional margin, you have to pay it. But anyways, this money will be refunded back once your trade is done, whether it's your profit or loss. After that, this margin money will be settled back to you again. If there's any remaining payment has to be done, it will be settled back to you. So this way, an option buyer also they can go and hedge. So as I said, the option buyer has various options to hedge in the markets. Like there are spreads, vertical spreads, calendar spreads, diagonal spreads is there. That way you can go and hedge your option position as well. All right. So I guess these are very basic concepts. And what we will be covering in the option Hydra session is like we will be talking about various scenarios. What scenario you have to do for what kind of hedging? If you are an option seller, what kind of hedging you have to take? How you can go with the safest mechanism to trade options using market profile? Why you have to use market profile? I'm going to talk about in the next week. Next week, I'm going to talk about a little bit idea about how you can use market profile probably for assessing the risk in the markets, to predict the markets, or to trade various trading strategies using market profile to look for expectations. So last Friday, right, I had an expectation of using market profile. I had an expectation of like there'll be a midday crash is what I had anticipated. So we have a community called marketcalls.slack.com. It's a private trading community. Already 1,000+ members are already there. Exclusively people who are trained exclusively by me on various concepts. I train people on market profile, order flow, and automated trading and AmiBroker AFL coding and so on. So I'll keep on training traders on algorithmic trading as well. So here, this is the last Friday's comment. Last Friday, my expectation is like I've been expecting markets to come towards 13,460. That was the view I also had it. It's a multi-day breakout failure in NF. Odds of testing today's low and previous day point of control. This is using market profile kind of concept, which we will be discussing elaborately next week. So I was expecting market to come back and touch this level. There is almost 100 points crash in Nifty, which is what I anticipated last Friday. And that is a view I had. That is the maximum view I had for that particular day. I also had a view only after somewhere around 12 o'clock or 12:30 is what the view I had. And people asking like means 13460. That is what people are asking. Said like, so I also had a view like around 157, where markets are like they're coming and testing the very close to the day low. They came to 13,540 levels. That is where they happen. And I said like it could do more. That means more downfall is anticipated. That is what my comment is. So these kind of view you will be able to take using market profile with a very good win rate. Because market profile is not a systematic trading, you cannot automate market profile. Market profile is mostly for discretionary traders who want to take the visual information from our market profile. Market profile gives you a lot of visual information. So you have to read the information and you have to decode those information. Market profile will not give you any buy or sell signal. All right. So that way it will help you to assess the risk in the markets. Now going forward, I'm expecting a small temporary correction, maybe towards 13,200 or 13,100 kind of levels. I'm expecting in the series. I'm not expecting any major correction in the series, but as such, some slightly little correction I'm expecting. Probably from Monday onwards, we should be start moving towards 13,200 and 13,100 for the next week. So based upon that is also based upon the market profile analysis. How I am arrived to this analysis, we will be discussing in the next week. Next week we'll go and we'll do a follow-up session on market profile. I'll be explaining some of the basics of market profile, and also I'll explain how I had generated and why I had generated the view of 13,100. We'll look into this in the next week. All right. So if you have any questions, I can take questions here. Otherwise, we are more or less done with the session for the day. So can option buying also hedged by selling futures? Yes, if your quantity is more, right? Especially if you are trading 20 lots, 30 lots kind of thing, then that kind of, when you are doing with a size, then yes, with options, you can also use futures as a hedge as well. Futures also you can use option as a hedging for our futures options. If you're option trader, you can use future as a hedge also. Yes, it is doable. So DPS is asking, please take some time on Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis as the market is on the highest point. So this time we are going to focus, our focus is only on the hedging part. But next week I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about the view and what was my view about the markets. So don't miss out next week's session. We're going to talk about kind of a speculation. how to do speculation using market profile, and at the same time how you can take views, how to make those views working with the controlled losses using options is what we're going to talk about that. So what about Monday's trade? So I'm just thinking like Monday's trade, I'm just thinking probably if price maintaining down below 13,480 levels, it could push the price towards 13,400 and 13,360 immediately. So this is the next immediate targets which I'm watching on the downside. But however, I'm not extremely negative yet. At some point of time I have to, but at this point of time I'm having only a mild negative view at this point of time for the second half of December. We are almost in the second half of December. So second half of December could be mild profit booking could be taken. So that could push the price by another 300, 400 points on the downside. That is what my expectation is. So Asrujit Mohanty is asking, can we do this long future and sell deep in the money call? Yeah, of course you can do that. But it's whatever you're doing, right? It's better to go and check. If you are doing it for the very first time, first you go and check. Will I get any margin benefit for that? Because since you are selling deep in the money call, and call you're selling, and at the same time you're also doing a long future. What is the margin benefit you will get? Or you will get many margin benefit or not? You have to go back and check it out. But will it be a hedge? If you're asking that perspective, first thing you have to go and plot the payoff graph. So payoff graph, by plotting the payoff graph itself, you will come to know whether your strategy is hedging strategy or not a hedging strategy. If your losses are totally controlled in your resultant payoff graph, then your strategy is obviously hedging. So you can try with any other kind of combinations, but don't try randomly, because there are ready-made strategies already available for hedging purpose. Option strategies will help you to select appropriate strategies at appropriate time, because same strategies cannot be used in the markets every time. Market itself changes, and different timings you have to use different strategies. In a low volatile markets you have to use a different strategy. In a moderately volatile markets you have to use a different strategy, and in a highly volatile markets you have to use a completely different strategies. So which strategy to use when, that comes only by experience, or of course we are also giving you that experience in option Hydra sessions as well. All right, great. So thanks for coming and attending thanks for coming and attending the sessions. I guess if you have further any questions, you can always send your mail to learn@febinars.com, and Febinars team will ensure that all your questions will be answered. Any questions on options, any questions on hedging, or any questions on option Hydra mentorship program, you're welcome to send your questions to learn@febinars.com. See you next week, and until then, bye-bye. I hope this time you learned something new. The same thing, you'll be learning something new in the next week as well. Thank you once again.